Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I've got echo because I had your stream up. Okay, there we go. Life is better now.
Life is, yeah, always better when there's no echo. Want to sing a little something? We'll see where we're at.
Sure. Yeah. Um, do you want just some scales or should I go through like a
Any
song?
any song you enjoy, anything you want to work on,
Sure.
could be Happy
Um,
Birthday.
oh yeah, I can do a killer happy birthday.
I would love a killer Happy Birthday,
Okay.
filled with homicide in a video game.
Yeah, yes, of course, in a video game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Birthdays and homicide do go very well.
They are my favorite kind of birthday party in a video game.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes it less weird. I want to hear about birthday though.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear homicide. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so you have some experience.
I it's mostly choral experience.
Mm,
So I had a little bit of like classical teaching um in college, not much. I took like a couple baby steps and then I've just kept getting pulled into choirs here and there
mm.
since then.
I
And
mean, I can
so,
see why choir directors would want you. Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of it is just like I had good enough relative pitch
Mm,
and I had enough technique to like keep up. But a lot of the issue that I have is um I'm a bass, and there's the bass baritone part.
yeah.
All of these songs are written like just at the top of the staff. And I go, why are this, we're using the bass clef. Why are we going above into middle C and beyond? And so I've been, punching up, hitting that ceiling because my break is right on that C. So
Yeah.
I've had a lot of trouble with just having that range, and I've sort of squeaked up quarter step, quarter step at a time. Um, but I feel like there are things that I'm missing, especially because
There's some
I
things that are, yeah. So here's the thing. That break is a pain. Um, and takes a going above middle C, like you can push it, but then it doesn't feel good, right? And
right. No.
that's what you're getting into, which is a good thing to notice, right? Like you can push through it, but then what are we doing, right?
Yeah, we're kind of just squeaking at that point, or
Yeah.
really tensing up to.
So what's happening up there is actually happening in your lows as well.
Mm.
Now, I was like, oh, I like that tone. So I actually wasn't paying attention as much. I did notice some things, but I was like just excited to hear like a nice sound. So I
Thank
didn't
you.
do my job. So let's. Do you know Music Box of Fate?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know it well enough? Just the first bit until it goes up. Do you know that enough?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want it an octave or two octaves down or one octave down?
Hmm. Can you do it? Um, Let me see.
Or just like in a comfortable like
Comfortable. Yeah, yeah,
start
yeah.
start
When it
wherever.
goes up is when we'll definitely be going above middle C. So
Yeah, for sure. Let me
hmm.
pull up the lyrics because
Sure.
I have them in my brain, but I'm 90% sure they're wrong.
Funny story. I can relate to this. Yeah. Constantly bringing the thing up, and I was like, oh, I thought it was a different word than that. Oh well, here we are.
Mhm. Okay. Endless nights through
Oh,
every nightmare alone and
so hold on.
afraid.
Here's the thing. I can get you way more sound that's going to help you when you transition up. Okay. The problems that you're having as you transition are present in your low. Okay?
Okay.
So let's just start on sustain. I can't
Uh,
go down there. So, right. Let's do some gentle rocking back and forth. Nothing that's holding you back is that dramatic.
mhm.
Okay. But there's a couple of things that are going on that together are holding you back. Okay? So you got a bit of chest tension. So we don't need to
Yeah,
do crazy motions. Okay? Just make sure your hips are moving and your head's moving.
sure.
And gently just or whatever it was. All right. Let's roll the shoulders a little bit such that the head is kind of moving like this because your neck is a little tight. Again. All right. Feels a little easier, right?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. Do you sit down for work for long periods of time?
How did you know?
Yeah, this when we have the similar set of problems across a lot of people. It seems to be the common theme. So
Yeah.
yeah, you got tongue tension.
Hmm?
You got a little bit of tongue tension,
Yeah.
right? So let's go with this movement that's been helping. Oh god, it helps me too. Oh my god. Oh, do you have original sound for musicians on?
Now I do.
There you go. Yeah. Your knees are a little tight. When I say your knees are a little tight, what that means usually is that your quads are like gripping, right?
Hmm.
So you can soften your knees, and that usually gets people to stop like gripping their quads. In your case, I didn't get the intended effect. Your hips are tight. Okay?
Okay.
So instead, move your knees like back and forth, and it's gonna like
Like side to side or forward and back?
forward and
Like,
back. This.
yeah, it's like diagonally-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you'll twist your hips a little bit to get that
Yeah.
to happen. All right. Now, I'm gonna cheat. I'm actually gonna start looking at your camera. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
All right. Your neck is a little stiff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do this and my hips are going back and forth, I actually demonstrate it, and then my neck is actually really tight. There we go. It moves as a consequence. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like swaying back and forth. But another way, this should be able to move my hips,
Mm, yeah.
right? Okay. So the reason we're doing this is I can have you do all day for tongue tension.
Right.
Not going to do you any favors because the tongue is tight for a reason. All this stuff pulls down on all the contraptions that have to be able to move when we ascend, right? So go ahead and do this. Make sure the hips are moving, all that. And try to take like a nice big inhale while being able to move. Yeah, you'll move a little bit less. So rib cage will expand and all that, but everything should still move.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not
Now,
feeling much expansion in my rib cage. I saw one of
because
your older videos uh on some
so
exercises for that.
here's the difference. Look at my chair when I'm doing it. My chair swivels too. I'm not moving my chair. Right?
Right, yeah.
You're using your chair to be able to move.
Hold on, let me get a chair that doesn't swivel. That'll make it a little
Yeah.
bit easier for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 second.
I gotta work on all this stuff. Burn it down, burn it down, burn it down. They say time is faded. I'd burn it all again.
Okay. Old Faithful kitchen chair.
Nice. All right. So instead of moving a lot with all this stuff that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
it's more like what I'm more after is your neck to move, right? So I don't need you to like move real big.
Okay.
I need everything to be able to move. Either just because you move your head, so we can actually
Mm-hmm.
slow this down, right? What should happen is you should fall over if you don't
Right.
adjust, right?
Uh-huh.
So what you want to do is right before you fall over, move your head. Like catch yourself by
Mm-hmm.
moving your head again. And you'll find that like your body kind of like whips a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, now you're moving everything. Right?
Mostly, yeah. There's a gap where I just sort of clunk
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and move over and then I'm smooth the rest of the way.
So now we can do the same thing with your hips.
Okay.
A little harder for me. My hips are mad tight. But like if I move my hips from one side, oh, I'm just trying to prevent myself from falling over. Oh my god, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, just felt that straight up my spine.
Yeah, yeah. I can't do this with everybody because like I never know, if someone's got something they're dealing with, it can be a little
Right.
too much. But you know, for you, it's fine. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm still in this one. Sorry, not my lesson. All right.
Well, something that's funny about this, although maybe just expected, right? I got a massage for the first time in like years,
Mm,
a week and a half ago, and I just happened to be singing in the car on the way home, and I went, "Oh, that's an extra like
third.
third up
Yeah.
above, yeah."
Yeah. 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 So you were kind of hitting towards your second break, which would you would have to change your vowels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this stuff is pretty important. Yeah. Um. So, but like we can't always, you know. I mean, if you can get a massage every day, dope. I mean, that's some bougie shit, though.
Yeah, no, I
Uh.
can't afford that.
Yeah. No, I can't.
I've got
So
my Oshis.
yeah, right. Taking all my money that I give them freely. You know. Listen, it was a reasonable business decision to drop $1,000 on Michi.
Yeah, and you can write it off as a tax write-off, business
I
write-off, right?
I think.
Or is it donation? I'm sure you can get something figured out.
I'll figure it out. Yeah,
Call
no,
your
that's all right.
accountant, you know.
Yeah. All right. So, but you feel that difference, right? So
Yeah.
as you're doing this, get comfortable, like catching yourself a little bit. Try not to make the motion like too sharp. All right. Then, as that motion gets nice and easy,
It's like walking and chewing gum.
yeah, it's a lot of this. A lot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, wait until it's easy,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Wait until you got, like, you're feeling it.
Trying not to slouch at the same time because what I'm noticing
So,
happening is
mm.
that as I'm moving my hips, I sort of like I'm moving them forward as I go, and so I'm like slumping back.
Is the chair height such that your knees are up a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
That would do it. So you can extend your feet out a little bit to
Okay.
lower your
Yeah.
knees. Then try it again.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yep. That's how sensitive all this shit is. It's annoying. Yeah. But that's good though. I'm glad you let that happen because like it's yeah. This is what I mean. I say this a lot. Like, don't have a plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever sing the same way twice because you wake up in the morning. You know, a warm up isn't about like actually warming up. It's about like finding the problems of the day. Is actually what it is. Right?
Yeah, that's what I've had a lot of experience with, um, group led warm ups. It's like, oh, we're gonna go here and we're gonna do these things, and your voice is gonna feel so much better once we've done it. And I go, actually, I just feel tired. I just
Yeah.
forced all this stuff to happen.
Yep. And warm ups are for problem solving. Um, whatever is going on in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's something to be said about, loosening up and all that stuff. But you can do that with these movements.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, whenever you're ready. I'm going to pull a Diane here. The left side of your tongue is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than my right for sure.
Yeah. Check your neck. It's a bit of a guess. I don't actually know if it's your neck, but is it?
I got a lot of problems all the way like up and down the chain. So
Hmm.
there's a good chance that it's my neck
Okay.
and anything else, I think.
Okay. Let's do this. Like really, yeah, let me show you. So it's easier to look at stuff. Turn back this man's head. Decapitate Bob. Too
I was
often.
gonna say you cut off somebody's head.
Well, we sang Happy Birthday for Homicide. I had to.
Yeah.
This muscle right here. When you move your head from side to side, think about this. How that moves. Because oftentimes we like clench this and we don't even know. How's that? Is this moving easy?
Yes and no. Um,
Is one side
like
tight?
I don't feel it. I don't feel tightness in it, but like it engages as I move.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit closer to the center that is tight though. That does interesting.
Yeah. So let's go back to this motion here, and then and whatever endless night is for you, that's comfortable. It's a little bit better. But your jaw, how's your jaw doing?
Feels pretty loose, I
Mm.
think. Now you're making me doubt everything, which is the
Well,
correct thing.
well, no, 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 not necessarily. Let's instead of doubt, let's figure it out. Can you do this? Can you move it?
Yeah.
Sing.
Oh, not while moving it. No.
Yeah. Here, instead of doing this, because that can get a little uncomfortable, you can kind of what I like to do is if you have your jaw relaxed
Yeah.
and you like go behind your molar, like you just follow your teeth,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
eventually hit that like kind of wall. That's the muscle. You can kind of like do a pressure point. Oh, my God, it's really nice. Ooh, I feel it in my neck. So if you push in like a trigger point,
Yeah.
so go ahead and sing with that.
Uh, oh, I can feel it engaging there.
Yeah,
It just locks up immediately.
just a habit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's more of your problem than tongue tension. But if you tighten that, here's the thing: pay attention to your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
As you're paying attention to your tongue, clench your jaw and watch what happens. See how your tongue tightens when you tighten your jaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have a lot of tongue tension, but you do have mad jaw tension. So that's what's tightening your tongue. So we found it. Good stuff. So this and a little
Mm.
bit of this. Endless night.
Endless night, through every night, alone and afraid, round to play, music box of hate.
Do you feel how resonant that low note was?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a really nice bass baritone sound.
I'm proud of it.
It's a lot to be proud of. Yeah. It's a dope sound. All right. So let's let's just go with that and let's see where it takes us.
Sure. Just keep going through the song with
Yeah.
fingers into my jaw and
Yeah,
moving my
yeah,
head around.
yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Don't be too afraid to like enunciate, you know?
Okay.
So you're endless nights for every nightmare. It's just you don't need to do that. Like you can relax your jaw and still enunciate.
Yeah.
Endless night through every nightmare alone and afraid.
Right.
Wow, I
Okay.
need to do this. All right. Okay, here we go.
Round it would play the music box of fate.
Nice.
Then one day, when every melody had been played, hear your voice, I what?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I don't know what to do there.
No, no, that's fine. that's fine because that's getting high, right? But that was that transition. That so there's two things, right? This song is a ball buster. Okay, through your voice. Where's that? Yeah, so that is the first transition. Through your voice. How was voice? How did that feel?
It felt all right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
I
the
mean,
first thing.
yeah. Is that like the first passaggio? Is that another term for?
It's not the passaggio usually refers to like for you what would be around maybe E flat or D, but um that B to C is where problems start. If you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
sustain notes above that, it's for dudes, and you got any kind of problems that are like pretty fundamental or like kind of glaring, your
Right.
voice is gonna get tired real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can often hear it in choirs, right? Like people go above that middle C, and the dude sections are just like a tiny bit flat, you know, just a tiny bit flat every time they go above that note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of that, and I'm glad that I sit behind the tenors instead of in front of
Oh god, it's the worst with tenors. There's a reason I insult tenors all the time. Yeah,
Well, you're closest to them. You can look just to the left or right of you, and you know, like it's what hits home, right?
yeah. Also, they're just bad people. No, but the worst is like, yeah, no, I joined a lot of choirs where like I'd have a lot more experience,
Hmm.
and tenors would it would either be that they were flat or they would try to go into the passaggio and they couldn't, so they would like super lighten up their voice, and then I would be told to be quiet all the time. Annoying. It's listen, it's hard when you're the best.
It is, yeah.
And I
You
joined
you
opera
have
choirs and I got
you
crushed,
can
but
blast through, and then the director says, "Hey, where's the mix? You're supposed to be mixing with those around you."
yeah, I'll blend when people sing. It's fine, right? So this right here gets you those notes. Those three notes. But it's not the notes that you need to think about because the
Hmm.
tone quality, everything else sounds way better. Like way better. You go back and you listen to this, you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Okay.
It's not even the same. It's crazy. Just that. But that's because it affects so much. This is the last lesson of the day. So, ah, and do the little weave thing. So this is what I meant by when I was saying you got a lot working for you. Lots going really well. But there's like a just a handful of things that make it harder.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's try that again. Till through your voice and sustain voice like it's the last note of the song. Okay?
Okay. Endless nights, through every night, alone and afraid, round it would play
Hold on.
the muse.
Soft knees.
Yeah, I think I've got them like extended.
I think it's because I'm having you do this. It's pulling you down a bit.
Okay.
To account for that, move your hips forward a little bit. So
Okay.
that way you can have your hands up here.
The
If you just
top
move
of my
your
hips or the bottom of my hips forward?
to the tailbone,
The tailbone.
the
Okay.
tailbone. If you move that a little bit forward, you
A
can
little bit forward.
counteract the fact that you're having your hands up here.
Yeah, so it's kind of the
Yeah.
the chest and shoulders go back a little bit.
Yeah, as a result of yeah. Because right now it's like if you're sitting like you would right here, and then you bring your hands up, right? That's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
So by doing that, we counteract the balance. This is why like balance is active, right?
Hmm.
Posture's active. There you go. Yeah, yeah, that works.
Endless nights, through every nightmare alone and afraid,
So don't be afraid of the articulators. The tongue can move freely.
round it would play, music box of fate. Then one day,
Stop.
when.
His voice isn't going to work out for you here, okay?
Okay.
The jaw is better. But because we spent so much time at the beginning on the motions, right? So some of the old habits have returned. So classic myelin situation, right? Habits are kicking in. Have you heard my myelin spiel?
Uh, no. Is it related to like fascia and the
No.
like? No. Okay.
This is my favorite thing to do because it always makes me sound smart. And I only get to do it once per student, unless they've heard my thing, my spiel. Okay. I'm going to bring this up, right? All right. This is myelin. Okay. This is a fatty sheath around neurons. The goal of practice is to build myelin. Okay? Problem.
Okay.
So what myelin does is it increases the speed in which signals transmit between neurons, right? Builds coordination. Here's the problem. Doesn't matter how many hours you do something, doesn't matter even how many times you do something. Myelin only builds under one condition: when you interrupt forgetting. So now that I've made you forget what we were doing, I'm going to have you do it again because now you're going to interrupt forgetting. You see why this is clever? I think
Okay.
that's pretty meta.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? That's the whole point of practice, though. Like real talk. So the reason I bring it up, other than to make me sound brilliant, which I do, is
Yes. Sorry. Yes. I didn't verbalize it, but
thank you. Thank you. I'm a fragile man. Tenor, right?
tenors.
So the jaw thing was the most recent thing we worked on. Right? So it's going okay. But this thing that we were doing at the beginning that we spent a lot of time on kind of went away. That's because we haven't built a lot of myelin. So we got to work on this again. This is where it's like this, right?
Yeah. Right.
So the let's bring back the, like catching yourself kind of thing. Oh God, I need to do this more often. Sorry, not my lesson, but it just feels so right.
Somehow I can feel the relief through the screen, and it flows into me as well.
I'm glad. So now I want to do it more, but I should not indulge myself so much. So as you're doing that,
Friday.
was that?
It's Friday. Indulge yourself.
All right, well, if you insist. All right. Yeah. So it's all about like again, like right before you fall, switch directions, and you can start this motion with your head or your hips. Boy. All right. Oh. All right. Now, once that's cozy, bring the attention to your jaw.
The moment I brought my hands up, everything went away.
Well, it's because we gotta again make sure your tailbone comes in a little bit and we counteract that. But yeah, it's that'll be how it happens. Yeah, myelin. So again, though, here's the thing. Just want to point this out. So you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I put my hands up, then it stopped working. So I'm going to do it more times. I'm going to make sure it's locked in. No, stop. Because myelin doesn't build unless you forget what you were doing. So, when was the first time you started singing?
Uh, Probably like first grade or something.
Do you remember what you sang?
No.
Good, doesn't matter. Now you forgot. Keep going again. Damn a dick. Tenor.
It does come with the territory.
Yeah, absolutely. Terrible people. Right. You see how that works?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so easy to get frustrated and be like, I want that back. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it 800 times. I never want it to go away.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to go away for it to be something that you bring back like that. So don't hang on to it. Find it again and again and again and again. It's through that that you actually get better. Now bring some
My
attention to
hips
your
are
drum.
so tight.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is why everyone always says they get sore and exhausted after they get a lesson with me. Yeah. It's like you, yeah. Especially if you sit all day, it's like they don't move, right?
Right, yeah.
So yeah, you're like, oh, these move crazy. And this is the other advantage of like not trying to hold on to it.
Right.
You come back to it and you're like, oh, I didn't notice that, or there's this new thing, right? And that's another reason behind don't ever sing the same way twice. Don't ever do these exercises the same way twice. Be curious, right? Don't have a plan. Be like the Joker without the homicidal tendencies.
Or if you're playing a video game, you can slide those in.
Yeah, in a video game, absolutely.
You
Do the
pause
job.
that time. I don't know
Was it?
how to feel about that.
I paused that time.
Yeah.
I was saying, do I even want to be the Joker in a video game? Is where I paused. I was like, do I even want to do that? That's kind of crazy. Bring your bring your attention to your jaw now, hence your jaw. To add that. Nice. And remember how you see how you're leaning forward a little bit? I think
Mm-hmm.
bring your hips forward a little bit to help with that. Yeah, good. Play with it. All right, now. Endless night. Up till voice.
Endless night, through every nightmare alone and afraid,
Be a little bit more gentle on the exhale.
round it would play the music box of fate. Then one day, when every melody had been
Hold
played.
on. Voice isn't going to go well.
No, it's not.
Chest tension and stomach tension.
Hmm.
So here's what we can do. Audiate. So sing. We can do the thing here, the draw and all that.
Okay.
What audiating is it's to sing. Well, really, it's to make sound in your head. But like when we sing, we have habits, right? So sing in your head, and you can do with your body as you would, but do not actually make sound. It'll help you pay attention to your body more as you do it.
Okay. Yeah, I felt that immediately right in here. Just
Yeah. So don't do that. Right?
okay. Sounds simple enough.
I can give you, if you try again with the thing and you observe that and it's still difficult to undo, I can give you some stuff for that.
Okay.
Let's see if you can just will it away. You can't. Uh,
It's about like halfway still there.
yeah, but it's better.
It's better. Yeah.
And that's what matters. Myelin work can work against us. If we have a habit, that's what we reach for, right? So undoing something is much harder than learning something fresh. But it's okay because eventually that might be like old pathways can become helpful in other circumstances, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go to the gym a lot?
No. I think about going to the gym a lot.
That's my workout too. Yeah, but
Yeah, every time I think about it, I get so tired. And then
I get swole thinking about the gym. Just
I
thinking
can
though.
see it. I can see it. The swole in there.
Yeah, like I said, tenor, big head, right? But there are people. The reason I bring it up is like I got people who like are actually swole, right? And do like compound lifts,
Yeah.
and so they have a real habit of like, you need to do that when you lift, particularly big weights, because like that's going to protect your spine, right? So they have all this like association with their abdominal wall, and it's like, okay, well, I don't want you to like working out is good for you. You should keep that in your life, but like let's change the context and all that stuff. And so yeah, so keep audiating and keep kind of correcting a little bit.
So then I have a question.
Sure.
If this is supposed to be looser, or I don't even know if that's the correct word, but at the very least, not constricted, right? What
But
do you
then
do
what
about breath
moves?
support?
As I thought you were going to ask that. There is obviously something has to move, right? Something has to contract and be responsible for the exhale. So what is that muscle? It's this one right here. This
The very
tiny little,
bottom.
this tiny little sucker. Just this. Yeah. So if you put your hands, like if you put your thumbs like into your belly buttons and kind of like put your palms right there. Yeah. Now we can go back to the tongue trill. And you can play with it. Everything else is relaxed, but this one thing kind of like scoops up a little. What you might see happen is that actually your back might, so that it can kind of like contract real nice and easy. Your back might loosen up. Mine kind of does that. You feel that a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. Let's make you feel it a lot. Go and stand.
Sure.
Blitz is nice and peaceful, so I gotta be careful. Firstly, this makes me go to the bathroom. Yeah, you feel how it kind of goes like up and in, like a scoop?
Not really. Let me try again.
Yeah. Make sure that you just, yeah, breathe into it. Yeah, a little bit. Make sure everything else is loose around it, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm majorly tightening as I sort of exhale.
Yeah, you don't need much.
There we go. That feels
Yeah,
great.
nice. And you see how your back kind of expanded as well? Just to facilitate that?
Hmm.
Yeah. Try it now. Try singing with that in mind.
And this night, through every nightmare alone and afraid,
Jaw.
round it will play music box of fate.
Nice.
Then one day I tightened.
Yeah. That good noticing.
Wow, I've found my new best friend and greatest enemy,
Yeah.
Myelin.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough because
Yeah.
instead of releasing it, I'm just micromanaging it. I pay attention and I go, "Oh, you you stop doing that." And then that stops and I go, "Okay, the other one." And we go back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Island's a pain in the ass. So,
Oh, I felt that in my hips.
yeah. I'm so happy. You really are attentive to the details of your body, which is really good. So you'll make some pretty quick progress. It'll definitely it'll take some time. It's very clear like you've been paying attention a lot as you're singing. And I very much understand how maddening it can be. Someone had a very similar thing to what you're working on right now is actually in the chat. Carl of the Bells. I don't know what you were taught, but a lot of singing teachers teach like clench your abs to exhale.
Hmm.
It's disastrous. It's not a good idea, but they teach it. Carl had that experience, and over the course of a couple of lessons, like the improvement has been dramatic. So these things, these like handful of things, just like the posture check with the catching yourself, this breathing thing, and the jaw tension, just that. Once that's figured out, and you work on it as you are working on now, you're gonna get easily through your voice. You're gonna make that note your bitch. Exactly.
In in game.
Yeah, in a video game. In a video game. Very important.
I have my image to uphold.
Absolutely. And I have my TOS to uphold. So here's the thing. I'm gonna make you forget, okay? I'm gonna help you out.
Okay.
Tell you a story. And take a seat. So at Temple, one of the people who gave a master class very often is a bass baritone by the name of Eric Owens. Eric's a good dude, and when he would help the tenors, whoever was doing the master class, he would demonstrate in their range. So if someone did let's see aria La fleur que tu m'avais jetée. Oh, I have a lot of habits with this. Dans ma prison m'était resté. Whatever it was. I haven't sung that in years, by the way. All those bad habits are coming right back. It's a pain in the ass. That ends on a B flat, is my point. This. So, this note. Eric hits this note better than the tenor. All right? Bass baritone. Sings at the Met. Okay? So, now the difference is that you and Eric cannot stay up there like I can when I do it. So, like, Music Box of Fate is kind of dumb because it just stays up there, right? But you want to be able to sing up there, you can. It's harder. and it's certainly harder to stay up there. But
Right.
you're no chump, man. You have a lot of experience. You just got a few things to solve. Once you get these down, then it's about vowel modification and just kind of like a little bit more ability to like suspend and exhale gently and just like more of the basics. High notes are just a test of your fundamentals. That's all. How's your posture? How's your breath? How are your vowels? Okay. Are they like 70% perfect? Okay, well then you can hit A flat. Are they like 75% perfect? 80, whatever? Okay, maybe now you can hit A, right? This isn't complicated, it's just hard. So what you figured out today is going to unlock a shit ton. And then we can discuss like vowel modifications
Yeah.
or as you send beyond that, right?
And that's a lot of stuff that I hear um, the choir that I'm in. That's what the director spends half the time on with the sopranos. Is like, let's modify this vowel just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's change it to a little bit more open. Actually, no, a little bit darker. Change that e to a little bit more of an ah instead of an e.
The problem with that, so, and this is the challenge of being a choir director in defense of this, right? The choir director can't individually work with everybody's tension issues,
No, yeah,
right? They can't. So they have that's what they do, and that's really all they can work on. And it also helps the blending. Like it's a nice shortcut kind of thing. But as you've seen, little tension here, a little tension there. Now a vowel is a pain in the ass for you. You know. But
yeah,
yeah. So uh I'm gonna peace out. Rest up, okay? Because I your brain is probably a little fried. You've released a lot of muscles. You might be a little tired. Get some rest. Don't fight for everything today because then you forget. And then tomorrow, see how great myelin is? It allows you to like treat yourself like a person. Great.
what?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. I had to learn that the hard way. That's beneficial to treat yourself like a human being.
I'll get there in a few years.
I'm still working on it. Because as I say that, I'm about to slam a Red Bull and write some names and beat my chat up because I'm actually feeling pretty good about this.
Oh, good.
Yeah, in a video game. In a video game.
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
No. I didn't. In real life, of course
that's
not.
right. That's right. Good.
That'd be
Good job.
barbaric.
Absolutely. So
Adios.
feel free to book in a week or two. You know, I think you get it pretty quick. So maybe like a week, week and a half. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to hear you again.
Sounds good.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll see you later.
Just realized I doxed myself. Nice.
You haven't been on stream.
Right. Just to you.
Yeah. That's why I don't show people on stream.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time.
No problem. See ya. So, okay. Do you hear how that is a really rich and low voice? That's not a bass. It's a bass baritone. Okay? Because, like, it makes sense. It doesn't defy logic. The world doesn't break. Boyd's voice is logic breaking, how low it is. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, Carl, it's such a shame that lower voices, they don't get a lot of love in most genre of music. I have to listen. Yeah, that is a good point, Elena. All right. Um, yeah, like I want to utilize voices like that because there's in classical music there's a lot of space for that. So, Um, the C references too. I mean, yeah, I know exactly what everyone's talking about. All right. Oh boy. Oh, I like this catch thing. I'm gonna do this more often. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, right there. Oh, who else had a problem with their Oh my god. Hold on, screw writing names for a second. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna try to sing after that. I'm so good. I help myself. Let's play some tunes. It's a short trip to the bathroom, so we're gonna play the beat of the diss track. Oh yeah.
You're tuned in to 97.5 Monotone Radio, your one-stop shop for romance and love.